Welcome, family. I'm back. People of life, light, and dark. I got cut off because I accidentally, I guess I closed out as I was transitioning and I didn't realize. So I'm going to start the video over again and let it play through the night, through the evening. That's what I'll do. Okay. Okay, I can do full. I didn't know I could do full without having to show all that. Okay, perfect.
Sweetheart, does your washing machine look exactly like this? No? Are you sure? Watch out, Rita. It doesn't look like that? Well, you know, the way this is made right now, this would be used by an adult. However, if you have a child like this, it now became the child's job. It now became the child's job. Laundry day. Now, how many different soaps do you have in your house? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25? We had one. And it was made of lye soap. And it was made from the lye water, water running through the ashes, and the rendered fat from the meats that we cook. Now upstairs is a little room. It would have been the jury room, and it would have had one long table, benches on either side. But you're welcome to go up and take a look. Let's limit it to 6 people at a time. Right. Later on, yes. Fingerprint. Handprint. Yeah. And that's caused by, you have salt in your sweat. Oh. And that's caused by the resin in the wood and the salt in your sweat. I'm confused on this. Tricky. What do you mean? The hunt. The scavenger hunt? Yeah. Oh, I can't tell you. You have to find it. Okay.
Is this cow high? Oh,
yes. Yeah. And that cow tasted pretty good too.
You betcha. Yeah.
Okay.
This is
the clue right here, right? This has a clue in it, right? It's saying first thing you do is just look around. Every room at Barry's house is full up and down. You came into a space that was once its own place. Don't search on the ceiling. There's things on the floor. Always been a good hide. Guess what it is and go on to find more. Cowhide. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, that's what it's saying. Okay.
I thought it might have been a trap door.
Hey, Emmanuel Grace. Welcome to tonight's ritual. Masquerade.
Be careful.
I'll be with you all in a second. I'm actually trying to prepare for the ritual. I'm trying to get it ready for outdoors with the moon light. So I'm gonna have my second camera because I'm on the computer and I'm gonna. Oh, sorry. This is where they had Grace's trial.
Well, Grace's trial was at the second Princess Anne courthouse, but
Okay.
that was actually on our property.
Okay.
Why can't we go up here?
You can.
Well, because you see the ceiling here, this is what happens when people went up there. It's not an actual floor.
It's
Is it
and
an attic or is it another floor?
It's not a floor. It's not floored up there.
Right.
It's just a couple of boards here and there. Right.
But they had that one man's trial here. She was telling us about. I forgot. They filled the room. They had to fill this little room, and everybody wanted to see. What was it?
I don't know about that one. Are you talking about Henry? Henry was never on trial.
No,
he
no,
lived
no.
here.
No, not Henry, but there was another man. I thought. I don't know what he did, but I'm trying to remember how they told it. I know she said that they came up and had one little trial here, and it was so packed.
Well, it would have been packed, yes,
Yeah, and-
because of the space.
Yeah, it's a small space.
And this would have been the jury room.
Mm-hmm.
And this would have had one long table
Mm-hmm.
and then benches on either side.
Okay. Yeah, and people were like trying to see. Riva,
That's okay.
she likes sewing.
Now she has to put them all back.
Yeah.
Now, Reba, when you go to the shoe store and you buy a pair of shoes, your shoes have a left foot and a right foot, right? Do you know shoes back then had straight lasts? Pick up that little shoe. Ella, is that a left shoe or a right shoe? What is it? You think? If you notice, it has a straight last. It's no left or right. You always say you break in your shoes, breaking in a pair of new shoes. That's what it meant. Breaking it in so that the shoe eventually became a left or a right. But it was
Right.
up to your foot to break that in.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cobbler's bench. Uh-huh. Now, the first residents here were the Chesapeake Indians. Talking too much all day.
It's also
playing
a
with dust.
spot to get cozy and warm, and kuppa from the copper would do you no harm. Okay. So I shouldn't have a problem with the second one, hopefully. Being that I did the tour not too long ago before. So I know that the next room is the dining area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Now, believe it or not, you see that rock? That's called a grinding stone. And when you think of Virginia Beach is actually a sandbar, and you don't get rocks from sand. So all the rocks that you see in Virginia Beach, whether they're boulders or even little landscape rocks, they came from somewhere else. Okay?
you ready, Reva? Yeah, she wants to come to the camp for to learn all this
For the what?
handmade stuff. The camp, the handmade.
Uh-huh.
So then,
Well, in the summer, we just finished it this year.
mm-hmm,
We have a camp for children,
mm-hmm.
and they literally live the life of a child of that period.
Okay.
And they have to do all the chores and the preservation
Mm-hmm.
and everything that a child would have done back then. Careful, sweetheart, you're untangling it.
Reva, stop. Let's go. Let's go. Reva, let's go.
Water.
All right. Let's go to the next clue. Let's go to the next clue. Have you seen the cat yet?
That's not for that. It's not for a nut, sweetheart. That's for lemons. Now, you want to go into the next room?
Come on. Okay, it says second room is special for tasting and worship.
Now, the table is set just like it would be
Mm-hmm.
tonight when you go home for dinner, right?
Right.
Yeah. Doesn't your table look exactly like that?
Certainly.
Yeah.
Of course.
On Thanksgiving Day.
On Thanksgiving?
Not
Not even?
About to get cozy.
This is a typical meal, typical place setting.
What do you
And the table is set as if the master and the mistress are going to have 3 guests. But it would have been set this way no matter what. Children, believe it or not, were not allowed to the table. They believed children were messy. Can you imagine that? The original, honey, don't touch.
Reba.
The original house on the plantation was the Walker Manor House. This was the original house. This is the courthouse right here you were in, and this is Old Nation Church. This house is twice the size of the current house. In 1828, the gentlemen were here having cigars and whiskey, and more whiskey, and a little more whiskey, and they knocked the lamp over. The house caught fire, literally burned to the ground. 2 years later, in 1830, they used the good bricks that they could salvage from this, and then they built the current house, and at that time we attached it to the courthouse. So that's how we became joined. Now, when you learn the story part of the house, and that was the courthouse, that was the
I don't know.
courthouse right now.
I'm hoping.
We were just in.
I'm hoping. Because you know what?
And this is what we
It
call
goes by
early
so
Photoshop. Today, if you take a picture and there's something in it you don't
They go
like,
by so
you can
fast.
Photoshop it out.
if you don't look.
Back then, they just didn't put
And
it
then
in
the
the
cat.
first
I've
place.
been looking out for the
You wanted
cat.
to focus on
There's a
your
cat.
lovely mansion. You wanted to focus on a couple of the buildings. You know, but you didn't want to show slave quarters. You didn't want to show the butcher shop. You didn't want to show all the pens. So you didn't put them in. Very simple.
Just like Kodak would have wanted.
There you go.
Friends, I've never downloaded one, but she had, and her daughter had, and I'm sitting on the couch, and she's sitting over here.
What is it? Excuse me.
And her daughter was sitting over here.
Is that good? Is that good?
Oh, I don't know. Is it?
Oh, wow.
What would you wonder?
They had cartwheels around me.
Okay.
Could have been cut from the same war, but from different areas at the same time. And then,
I guess it's a
it would also pick up
anything.
a random word every now and then. And I had just
So I just
I
recently
had
asked.
just
Yes, you did.
I didn't
said
tell you
something
that.
really funny.
Right.
You guessed it. I did. There you
Did
go.
you hear her?
Sounds good to me.
Oh, really?
Now you have to have a soul cake also.
Yeah, it's happening.
Soul cakes were very prevalent, usually served on what they called All Saints
You
Day.
want to get some water?
After Halloween.
Water's in there.
Soul cake. Soul cake. And what was happening back then is
SOLE or
S-O-U-L. S-O-U-L. They would come around, children, usually the poor children would come around to the house and knock on the door.
No,
It was tradition, and they would pray for the souls of the departed from that household. So people believe if you didn't go straight to heaven, you went to purgatory. This assured you that the spirit went on to heaven. You didn't know it, so you definitely wanted to give them a soul cake and sometimes maybe a little food, a loaf of bread, or maybe even some coins.
So that's what that is? Okay.
Soul cake.
Okay. Reba, hold this so I can get a drink.
Is that a flake sitting into the brick?
Hold
You're not supposed to notice that.
on.
You're not supposed to notice that. Actually, it
Was
is.
there a hole there for a duct or something?
What happens is it's expensive and difficult to maintain a fireplace. So they put a potbelly stove here, and then of course run it up and into the chimney, put a hole in.
Hold on.
But you're not supposed to notice that. You didn't see that, right? To you, that's just a decorative plate.
Right.
I thought it
Yeah, I
was
thought
more.
it was a decorative plate. I don't know why it was inset. But after you said it, it makes more sense.
Covers the
Yeah.
hole. It was the only way we could do it.
Wood stove.
Well, and all of, we can't have a fire here
Cider
in
or
any
maybe
of them.
tea?
So all of the chimneys are completely sealed off and capped, all of them.
Oh, yeah, I can understand. I may get a fire in it. How much? 250, 200 years old now?
This is 1830. This is
Oh, okay.
1830.
So that's not. I thought it was almost that far.
Right, that's 1735. Mhm. And when you hear the
But still,
story
you
of
don't
like
burn it
Grace
down.
Sherwood, our property is very extensive. It went way beyond Haygood Shopping Center. In fact, the road behind Haygood Shopping Center is Ferry Plantation Road. So, I mean, the second Princess Anne Courthouse was on our plantation. So Grace was, technically, she was tried on our plantation, but not at this courthouse.
So, okay. When we find the clue, what do we do? Just write it down? Or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's look at the third riddle.
Go ahead.
Find this thing.
You looking for the
It
clues?
holds something to wear. It holds something to wear. Oh, I know what it's talking about too. Reba, come and hold the camera for me. Don't push the buttons or nothing. You don't have to hold it like this and be careful. Because the finish is right there and it might turn it off. You don't want to turn it off. Hold it. Okay. Watch your fingers. Sit down. So I can write down our clues. Let's go. Get the cup and bring it. You didn't carry it, nothing.
Well, you get to keep it.
How long you got?
Oh,
We'll be here.
Yeah, it's just yeah,
it's a coat hanger.
Is she still reading? Yeah. That's good.
Riddle.
Yeah, yeah. Kind of like sorry.
And this is just a regular old coat hanger.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. Mhm. Okay. Let's go. Are we supposed to go upstairs next?
You can wander wherever you like.
I'm talking about.
I think it's all over. I actually haven't seen it.
Oh, is it straight through? It might be straight through.
Oh, that'd be good. Can you go up the stairs? Yeah, you can go back.
When I was upstairs, I smelled the smell.
I don't know if that's hysterical.
I don't think mine.
I'm not sure. It's a black Univera SUV, license number 1025HK. The interior lights are on.
You may, I got a blue call.
Okay. What color is it?
It looks like it's black with white.
Oh.
Okay, y'all don't have a black SUV or.
Okay, so it's gonna go into there,
Mhm.
Interior lights on.
and then in
Turn
there.
on the light.
We're just going upstairs.
I just have to go out there and I couldn't remember the lights.
So that will be upstairs. All the rest of these are downstairs. Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Where are we going? All right. No, 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 no,
No,
no,
that's,
no, no, no,
that's a
no.
real sword.
No, no, no. You don't. Keep your hands off, please. Okay.
Yes.
Come on, turn around.
Are you on now? Yeah. I'm gonna go by myself. This is not how you do it.
What's your job? Okay. Okay, go. Here.
Where everybody got that.
Okay.
I mean, where's our people?
The fourth place to visit peaceful area. You can sit for a while and read.
There was some dude over there. He said, lost it. I said, yeah, I said, we know my
I'm
next question.
sorry.
You what to hear. Shh.
All the way up into the far right.
Listen.
Oh, it's not. It's a fake. Yeah, it's a bookstore.
Okay, what's it saying?
Oh, neat.
Fourth place.
I had one that looked like the Bible. It said, the good book.
Declaration.
Books.
Sweetheart, does your washing machine look exactly like this? No?